it's good being subconsciously there. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna just leave it like that because a lot of people don't understand that. But let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? It's good when you could be able to connect to yourself. So it start helping you be able to connect to the real world. What you start seeing is like actually fake. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you live in the matrix. So now when we get into this is what we starting to see today, right? Where the whole world, or you got people on TikTok, whether it's Instagram, no matter what it is, you got people coming with their social media or their ways that they see the world from their vision, right? So even if you're in a different part of the world, everyone is like to see things in different lenses. So when you have it circled off that is everyone looking at the same thing of what's going on or pointing all the attention towards the hidden things behind the scene, we start noticing that a lot of things be played out agenda that has nothing to do with us. So further as us posting and being maintaining things, if we would start talking about value and stuff like that, the most things a person would try to give you is money. A lot of people can't give you advice or a source of information where you can better yourself in the mind. So it get deep with that. You know what I'm saying? You never know who you actually talking to when it's time to evolve yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to be around the right people, and it's not all the way about money. What's good, eh? So it's never all about money. It's always about your mind. And when you're able to remember who you are and remember where you came from, a lot of things can't get ran on you. That's what I'm saying. Basically, they can't run no more game. So what you start seeing when people actually start waking up, it don't be some things that they done ran across like some information like that. It just come off as these things that we already done faced over and over. So when you hear people complaining about like, oh, why is we working this hard for this little bit of pay and stuff like that? This be coming back from lifetimes ago. So when you have this, you already noticing things probably a lot quicker than the individuals that's around you. So this probably also give you the urge of you not feeling like you should have to work or attend with like certain things. And I'm not talking about work overall, because we got to remember work is how we all get here. Teamwork make the dream work. So even before, if we want to go back in time and stuff like that and say before colonization, it was always work that had to be done, right? After colonization, still had to be work that had to be done. So people can't run from that, but it's the how the work got to get done or how the work got to get performed in order for you to get something. I'm gonna just put it like this, just to break down in simple terms. It's people that done built 100 houses and probably still ain't got a house to stay in. You get what I'm saying? So like if it was in the reverse of you ain't have money or something like that had the value over it, it'd be based off of how much work you could put in. So it'd be a lot less obese people as well. You know what I'm saying? Because you won't be able to eat as much because you will have to go get that. You know what I'm saying? You will have to make sure you fulfill those things in. So let's just look at it for what it is. When you subconscious align, it's like you in with yourself, right? You understand how things work, and whether you get put in a situation just to test yourself out. Because a lot of times we would say the test of God or the test of faith. You ever play Mortal Kombat and they be like, test your faith. Basically, this is what we do as humans. You hear the word Mortal Kombat, right? So what we do when we're tapping into the unmortal world or the world that was consciousness previous to this ones, we start realizing things like, damn, hold on. Why do I feel like I'm wasting my time here? Damn, why do I feel like something wrong about this? Damn, because you start having those past experiences where you able to tell, okay, by me being with these past experiences, I know religion ain't cut out for me because it's actually, a brainwash mechanism. You start realizing that quicker than what the average person would, you know what I'm saying, where they're getting indoctrined and they feel like these things is rightfully blown to them. Now, mind y'all, every spirit that y'all see, no matter if it's a person is adult, that doesn't mean they're an actual adult. You get what I'm saying? This is some real talk. So you'll see a grown person, that doesn't mean they're grown. So when we talk about a spiritual concept, is just like right now, what I would like to tell y'all, all of us in America just coming to the internet right now and crying. You got plenty of people talking about the cost of living, the government is crap, all this and that there. But ain't nobody trying to do nothing like a dope and get the things fixed. Rather just complain about them. You get what I'm saying? And yeah, it's way more easier said than done. We all know that. But at the same time, ain't nothing getting done besides the complaints of where it's not actually going anywhere. So you got some people getting it just because it's a algorithm thing where they could get importance through the algorithm. But then you got some people trying to actually make a standpoint of why is we even allowing them to give us systems? Why is we even allowing them to get this much of power over us, to the fact that we don't have no control over what we do? Like I just explained earlier in the video, where someone could build 20 houses throughout their life and don't actually have a house to stay in. That's crazy. But this is the world, or this is how we don't allow things to get. So even when you go look at other countries, or however you want to look at it, it's still a worldwide thing. But when you look at other countries, yes, it's less things to a certain degree because this is what they're complaining on, or this is what they wanted to adjust. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's still bullshit. Those systems is not meant for you to win. Though that's not part of the game. The game of Monopoly is to see who go broke first. So when you're playing this, whether it's broke in the money or whether it's broke in your wisdom by you not knowing who the fuck you are and getting lost in the world. You know how many movies they play where a person started getting the money that they always wanted to get and lose who they was because they never had that intact? So not only do you lose yourself in the conscious you in now, imagine the selves that you had before this. We're not talking about looking at the physical body, but we're talking about your spirit. You know what I'm saying? What you done been through as a spirit. You know what I'm saying? The experiences. So I'm going to just tell people just like this. The experiences is what level you up. So the same way you might play a Pokemon game or however, you know what I'm saying, older games and stuff where you level up, where the more experience, the more you keep putting this person into a situation or a fight, they end up leveling up. So when you look at the spirits right now that's in these fights and talking shit about the government programs and all that, these are the spirits that been here. These the older spirits leveling, showing you they level, showing you they're not a level 5 Pokemon out this bitch. You get what I'm saying? Niggas level 40s done evolved to the 3rd form, all that shit, y'all. And I'm just putting in a term where we all can just point and be like, okay, I get what he's saying, because in Pokemon, you got to keep fighting in order to level up. Yes, just like in this world, they got us to, we got to keep fighting to level up. But the thing about it is when we fight each other, guess what we're doing? We're not doing it the right way, so we're not separated. We're not building competition amongst each other to make each other improve on other things. So when you get more people subconsciously connected, you start getting people to be like, hold on, why is we going against each other? Further, even if it's a religion, even if it's a race, even if it's a part of the world, how they shape the things out, this is how they do it. So they're born foreigners from over here, make you feel bad in your own lands, so you will have a reason to be upset. What's good, Braden? What's good, Patootie? So this is just how it goes, y'all. We getting played with like a fucking a mouse getting put in a maze, and you try to find your way out. That is what we call life. So get what they call it, life paths, and get what it's called, getting lost, and you don't know where you at. No matter if you thought you did the right thing, you probably did what was right for what the world was thinking, not what was right for you. Some people, that's why they have a lot of pride or morals to things, where they're not willing to sell their soul because they understand how it works. So if they got to sit there to make music, to sit there and talk about people and disintegrate people, or got to make movies where make a black man, like Tyler Perry, make a black man look like they're abusive or hiddenly gay, or, you know, all this weird ass shit, we start seeing these things. We like, oh, look, they're going to wash you people again, creating spells. Just like they used to do back in the days. They used to create fake ghosts to throw people off, to have people like, oh, shit, it was a real ghost in there, a.k.a. Scooby-Doo. Y'all done seen them. So that's why Scooby-Doo really came out in the 70s. What's good, Brayden? What's good, Nova Glass? What's good, Casey? But this is the reason why I go. You know what I'm saying? Even little things like that, right? Like the trend of 6'7". Look how big that is versus people that's actually trying to get the things of what's going on in the world. People more tuned into things that don't mean nothing. And guess what? In 2 months from now, it'll be something completely different. So people have done fell in love with quick trends. So there's not about that. So the people that subconsciously tapped in, these are the adult spirits, and they already know, like, yo, this shit been going on. Y'all just getting it with a different skin to it. This is the same shit we been going through, just a different time in it. Everybody. That's why when you see it, it's like the Babylonians, you know what I'm saying? They was praising, they was getting on their knees. Don't you see Christians? You get what I'm saying? Don't you see the Hebrew Israelites? Don't you see all of that? These people just got different names and different groups, but it's the same fucking thing. It's been the same game getting ran since forever. So you said, what's good, Eddie God? What's good, L. Jones? But either way, this is how it goes, bro. You got to start realizing, like, when you tapped in, you can't get fooled because a gut feeling going to come up, and that's your woman's intuition. It don't matter if you're a male. You got to stop letting that gender shit get to you where you're not able to understand it. Not get lost and thinking your physical gender. No, but the gender shit they were using, trying to speak on hieroglyphics or speak on things like that, a lot of people got lost into it. So when it says a woman's intuition, that is your feeling and emotion of something about to happen. Like, so you can feel it wishing or on a well, or you can feel it, aka in your emotions, like a water. So you can feel it in your emotional come of what's about to happen, where it's about to come from. So you might not necessarily know where it's about to come from, but you got to feel it in your gut, something ain't right. You ever had that, woke up, man, something ain't right today. I don't know what it is, but something ain't right. So when you start being in tune more with your subconsciousness, it started getting quicker. Soon as they put a program up there, the NBA players stole all of this money and did it. PSYOP. Did y'all just say Trump stole money and sent it to somebody else? Exactly. Another distraction. So then, like, how's we got billions of dollars that we send in all these other countries, but the country broke? But this and that. That lets you know America is not an actual country. It's a programming of how fast we could break these people down that's natively from here, bring foreigners to actually rule over them. Now go to look at the world today. Go back 30 years. Go back 20 years. Go look at how Florida looked at. You was able to walk around, but in Miami, you might see a couple Latinos. Now you don't know what race you're gonna see, but it's no Americans is depleting. Like, you get what I'm saying? I go to this Walmart right now. I promise y'all, it's gonna be way more foreigners than Americans, and there ain't nothing wrong with it. As in saying, hey, y'all people need to do this and do that. No, but think about this: how the fuck saying somebody come from way across seas that they told you a country they got less money and less valuable over here and rule over you? You know why? Because if you're not subconsciously aligned and you're going by pure consciousness, you're gonna get lost into those things they've laid out for you, called religions. So as soon as you go through that, you don't realize that all the religions, and I heard Myron and Sneeko arguing, right? And the one thing about the Myron thing is he's kind of right. If you're saying you're a Muslim, you're not from America. So if you're saying you're a Christian, you're not from America. All of these things was not created in America. It was only Native American tribes here. I don't get where, and then we don't even calling ourselves Americans. So this is another thing that came in. So even the word Indian had got used and got flipped over with the people that stay in India. So we had to flip that again. So every time it's like the words always get tarnished. And you always got to get, a different word play with it. And that's the same thing that happened throughout the life of a woman's intuition. A woman's never wrong. Your gut feeling never going to be wrong about a person, bro. Your gut feeling, once you really tapped in with it and you understand it's a gut feeling, not a thought, you could get the difference between it. But a lot of people don't get that. So when you actually able to level up in your head, it ain't got nothing to do with money. You can have the most money in the world and be the dumbest motherfucker. We done seen it before. And you'll be questioning yourself, how the fuck motherfucker even made it there? Because of how things worked out. They put individuals in positions. Remember that. So don't ever play yourself and be like, damn, why I'm not in a position I feel like I need to be at or deserve at. No, because we have a system where it's not working like that. So no matter really how much work or talent you actually put in, that doesn't mean nothing. I done showed y'all over being consistent more than 6 years on YouTube. It doesn't mean nothing. Some people wasn't even grabbing a camera now. Those same people will have 200,000, 100,000, 10,000 because they're talking about nothing. So when it comes out of that, even this, right, of me saying that deep down in my head, I already know everybody is not meant to be spiritual. So therefore, everybody's not on their spiritual path. What if you're a spirit on your first level, your first time experiencing? Of course, you might have a lot more opportunities and stuff in life. Y'all don't be seeing that. So y'all can't hate on the other spirit either. As an adult spirit, you just got to take more into what you're supposed to be building. You're supposed to be building something new that we could go along with. The new spirits that's coming in, they're just going to go along with what's ever here. That's why you have so many go along, get along, gang ass people in the world right now. What's good, Joshua? What's good, River Lane? Yeah, it definitely is. What's good, L. Jones? It's all fake. You get what I'm saying? It's all just entertainment. That's all it is. Literally, I'm glad you said that's all it is, bro. So once you subconsciously align, you like, hold on, these motherfuckers playing with me. The football stadium looks like the Castle Days stadium. When we had to do it with the Castle Days and stuff like that with the Templar Knights and all that shit there. You know what I'm saying? Then you go to looking again, you like, damn, the basketball court do look like where they used to have a lion chasing a motherfucking human at and stuff. Then you start looking at a lot of other stuff and then you start realizing, yeah, it's the same game, bro. They just decorated it with a different present. You know what I'm saying? It's like tricking a kid. It's like giving them the same gift every year, but wrapping it with a different wrap around the gift. That's what it's like. So get what we do. Presidents. That's the prime example. Here go the president, Democrat. Oh, we don't like that gift color. Get it out of here. Okay, we like this gift, but it's fucked up. It's a bomb when we open it. Then we get the other one, the opposite. No, we don't want that one no more. Now we get the other one. Boom, it's a bomb that even blew up even bigger. And this is what we doing. This is how we picking our goddamn presidents of anything. Why is we even picking a man to be over the whole world where a man, some of these men have a hard time controlling their fucking household. Some of these men have a hard time getting a household, let alone keeping up with one. So why is we allowing these people that we don't know what happened with their wives? You get what I'm saying? Their wives disappear. They say they buried in the golf course. What is going on? Why is we even allowing people that we don't know to control our whole lives? So even the House of Representatives, all that shit. Why do we keep allowing that? That lets you know because it's mainly kid spirits. It's mainly spirits that do not want to accept, they God duties and shit like that. And they God they allegations of what they supposed to be doing as a spirit. You get what I'm saying? You got your own path you're supposed to be doing. But what happened is the whole world got distracted into what the shadow power is giving us. And they bringing it into the light. So they're doing just what they tell you. They'll show you what they're doing in the dark, bring it to the light, make fun of it. Make sure you feel it regular or normal after a while and be like, they just kicking around, they just kicking the boat. But no, this is what's really going on. And then they just pull out on you. Like, we going now. We don't fooled you. So now get what they do, confuse the masses. So that's the thing we did, what I was just talking about with the Sora AI thing, where it's going to have y'all being able to, for them to say, oh, that was AI, that wasn't real, but knowing damn well that was real. Or they're going to say, hey, that was fake and da-da-da. but it's real, and then try to just take the credit of it because it make them look more powerful. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. So if it's a one of them draconian AI things, they might let that slide and say it might be real in some ways. They might throw a narrative around it. You know why? Because they can use this for them fear-mongering motherfuckers that be out there talking about mermaids and all this, that, there, skinwalkers and all this stupid shit. They use that. Those same people, of course, they're in the algorithms. They get paid for this shit without actually getting paid direct. Same thing with the healthcare I told y'all when they get people to take the vaccine. Go look it up. You know, people are scared to look things up as well. So when you have to look things up and you don't just feel it automatically, that lets you know you already lost. The things I look up is what I already feel, y'all. What is already what I feel. So it's not like I'm looking at the internet for it to provide me an answer. I already feel this shit. So no matter how I put it in, I just read between the lines. I'll put it going completely against what I think, put it against some neutral basis, and type it into what I think so we can see how it works. Same thing I showed y'all on stream with the sun allegory, but no matter how I could put it, it kept saying Jesus was the sun no matter how I put it in. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like real shit. It just kept popping up. But this is the way that it works, man. Like, we all connected. We're just like the internet towers that you see. But by people not being connected, by people being non-playable characters, we're not able to switch characters. We're not able to switch and keep going through each other. Like, boom, I'm this person today, I'm the next person, I'm next thing. So that's why when you see someone that could do that, they're called a star in Hollywood terms. AKA, they got a lot of characteristics where they could get into character at a movie. So they know how to make people think or feel like that person actually did that in the movie. The movie actor or star wouldn't be good if they couldn't convince you, aka manipulate you, to think that the movie was real, for you to think that that's how they actually feel. You get what I'm saying? In a movie. So you'll grow up looking at someone like, you know, what his name is, Denzel, and think that Denzel an actual hero. Think that Denzel actually could fight, thinking Denzel can actually do these things because he sold a role so good. Y'all get what I'm saying? So like, this is what these people is doing in real life. They're selling the role. President Trump is just a good role player. He tell y'all that in so many ways. I don't see how people don't hear it. Just like Biden, he said none of these people is real. So he letting you know some of these people might not even be real people, because that's why you probably never seen them in the store. That's probably why you never going to see them in real life. You get what I'm saying? Some of these people might be just actually internet-based people. Y'all already seen how weird the guy that was in a wheelchair, how they switched his face around on people. And then they throw that off. Y'all just seen Young Thug get up there with no tattoos, but just had a whole belly full of tattoos and all this before he got... We got to start letting these people play tricks with us at this point, man. You got Gucci Mane can't talk for himself. It's too much going on. I could have named and titled this video so much different stuff. But I'm just trying to reach certain individuals. I'm not trying to reach the world. I'm trying to reach the people that's on the same level. So we all have these tribes. We all have these soul groups where we got a certain connection with people. So not only do we got like a Big Dipper situation, aka all these stars that's connecting in this area that formulate and make this star formation, we also got that with the inside of ourselves. So let's just look at it for how the terms broke down now is you'll have a city of stars, bro. The city of stars. And then you got the main star, the state star. You get what I'm saying? And y'all know how they do that? They'll put it like the capital. You get what I'm saying? So the capital of Florida, Tallahassee, the capital of Georgia, Atlanta, shit like that. So you might not understand, this is how deep it goes when they talk about blueprint and they map. They did it a certain way for a reason. So the same way they got crops, same way they doing all of this stuff. Super cropping, using the fish, using resources from what Earth already produced for you to create new things. They did that. So then you got how they manipulate things. So like they mine metals, melt down things, force things to break that wasn't ready to break. You know what I'm saying? Instead of the earth giving it to you. So it's always a greed thing, what we see. So even as a person right now that's supposed to be on a spiritual journey, they might naturally want to lose weight because they see the greed, not even just hunger, just the greed of mentalities of how someone can want more and more and more. And then when they get more, they still want more and more and more and more. So I'm going to give y'all a prime example. It's like having a cup this big and you got some water filling it up. That was good for you. AKA you having a new car and having a roof over your head was good. They play these greed games to make you greedy just like them. So they give you the ideology of them. Now you got this big ass Polar Pop size ass cup like this. And now you're trying to fill that one up. So yeah, it take a little longer to fill up. And by the time you fill that one up, now you're talking about getting an even bigger cup. This is basically what goes on when we talk about the greed of being fulfilled emotionally. So the same way like our mother, the moon, she has a certain fulfillment moon. She circles out. She don't sit there and just circle and just keep circling out and out and out and out. No, start back waning down. So even though she have her wants, or being fulfilled, she also start breaking off from those fulfillments. So that's what a lot of us need have to do. Sometimes you can't get things. Sometimes it might not be meant for you. It might not be for you. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to just let it go. You know what I'm saying? And just get over it. It might come back better for you. Now, instead of you seeing it like this, now it's a whole bunch of big cups, and you fulfill multiple times throughout life because you was patient, because you waited. You get what I'm saying? That's how that really play out. So you'll have a lot of Christians try to use things like that and bring a little bit of truth into people's life and feel like, okay, that was through them finding Christ. What? Hell no. So we got to stop that, y'all. And as people starting to realize this is what's going on. These people is just starting to tap in. So you got more people looking like they're going against Christian, or you got more people looking like they're going against God. Let them tell it. So now God got to come back and show himself. No, that's man coming to show you I am your true controller, no matter how you look at it. I manipulated y'all, just like it said in the Bible, which what I wrote and told y'all that I'm jealous because I'm man, so I have emotions, and that God don't have emotions and thoughts. But I'm y'all God that y'all serving, and don't serve, and you serve another God, I'm gonna get jealous. So you got that for the monastical ones. Then you got the Polynesian God lovers, where they just loving each individual God and not understanding the energy, not understanding the personality of how it goes on. You get what I'm saying? But either way, that's how it goes. Albert, a lot of it, you would have came in and been talking, you would have understand it. You just talk about what happened when you subconsciously aligned, which is something you probably not, my brother. So you need to tap the fuck in. You get what I'm saying? Otherwise, everything you see on the TV, you gonna believe it. You're gonna be lost. AKA, you're gonna be blinded by it. Because it's gonna look like it's so much light, it's gonna look like it's so informational, and you're gonna do just like a fucking bug. Go right into that light and get blind by it. Same thing what Christians do. In a Bible itself, it mentions the word light more than fucking 200 times. So just get into that. Mayo, what's good, bro? You know, my day going good, man. I'm always cooking. So every day, I'm taking it as a learning experience, which is what we all should be doing. But that ain't how it works. We get distracted with things. That's why they throw these distractions. Now we tuned into it. Then we start giving it power. Then they use that power against us. So if y'all don't see how it goes, it's almost like fighting somebody on goddamn Dragon Ball Z that absorb your powers or some shit. You know how that Majin Buu dude was? He'd shoot a blast and the motherfuckers just eat the whole blast up? Or those, the androids, matter of fact. And then you got the phone call, the android. Then you got everybody acting like a computer right now. So that even make more sense. See, they even put so much shit in there, they tell on their damn self. What's good, Johnny Cage? But yeah, either way, when they talk about how pastors, and none of that supposed to mean that. You do know what a deacon is? A deacon is just a degrees inside of a zodiac. You have the first deacon, the second deacon, and the third deacon. When you look at a zodiac sign itself, it has 30 degrees in each sign. That's why it's 12 signs. And a sun falling in each sign. So that makes your sun sign based off of what month you're born in the part of the month. So when you're looking at it like that, God going into 360. Look at the days of how it is, 12 times 30. You get what I'm saying? So now you see how God looked in a 360. So each part of life is how we look at life because we're part of God. So that case, how I see life, you might not see life if you're not the same sign. How I feel about life, you might not feel that same way because you're not the same sign with the same positioning. So we also have the deacons separating the positions. So a first deacon will be more based towards the sign kind of previous a little bit. The second is right and direct of that sign. The third deacon is almost going to the next sign. That's just to give you a great idea. So the closer you go to the third deacon, like 29 degrees, they let you know how close you is to the other sign. So you might have, say if you 29 degrees Taurus, you might have a little bit of Gemini attributes coming to you. You get what I'm saying? You might like to talk as a Taurus, but you might like to talk about money first, but that's the thing that come in front of it. This is how it works, y'all. This is how we all created. They took our uniqueness away by making us all the same, by making us all monastesia. So when y'all be talking about that trade center shit, that World Trade Center shit, it's bigger than that. It's not about y'all all serving y'all selves as gods with multiple gods connection back to one. No, it's y'all all serve one God connecting back to us, the powers that be. That's exactly how it goes, and ain't no other way to look at it. You get what I'm saying? And appreciate you, Johnny. But that's just how it goes. So now we got the holders of the light. And I want y'all to sit there and think about this. Lucifer is called the light bearer, he who bears light, right? And I just told y'all in your own Bible, it mentioned light more than 1,000 times. Now, a lot of people don't realize that the Jesus constellation shit and the Lucifer shit is the same thing, but it's just talking about the different times of it. So you got the Lucifer being a morning star, aka the sun in the morning, or getting ready to rise 6 a.m. Then you have the falling star, or you can say the 6 p.m. method. You get what I'm saying? Of the star falling. So when y'all look at a.m., p.m., and central time and all that, y'all don't understand. They made it for them to mark the sun. It ain't got nothing to do with what you thought. No, man made calendar off the sun. Man didn't make time. They kept up with it. They traced it. They didn't make time. Time is being made by thy Father in heaven. You see it. So you're not going to go another day and age until Father say so. So if Father don't be in that block and come back around, we're not going to the next day. That's just what it is. So the slower the time go by, that's like Father taking his time. Like, yeah, I ain't going to be there when you want me to, but I'll be there on time. Don't worry about it. Right when I'm supposed to be there, I'm going to be there. But I ain't going to be there when you want me to. So they'll use stuff like that and get lost, but not understand how I just broke it down. So you'll hear all these things. I done growed up with the same shit in Christianity, sitting there just wondering, so who is God's dad if this the case? Nope, they didn't tell you that the God shit broke off to all of us. The trees, the animals, the water, the atmosphere, the air, the elements, the humans. They wanted you to think that you was more important than everything on earth, but yet you need everything. Everything need everything. Right? The humans need the trees need the animals need the water need, like, come on, man. Everybody supposed to be running things where we all needed each other to keep the world balanced. We supposed to be the holders of that shit. So what you get is now people that's unbalanced, people that's at unease. You know why? Because they don't understand the trials and tribulations that these shadow powers done put them through on purpose, aka called programming. Whether it's educational programming, whether it's a religion programming for your church, whether it's politic programming, whether it's what is it called? Damn, I forgot one. Entertainment program. So they just putting you in this. It's all programs. They're programming you. Like, I don't get how people don't see it. Like, these motherfuckers plugging you up. Even the system, the government system. So they're letting you know it's not your system. You already lost the game. Play what you can play with. You get what I'm saying? You ain't got enough bullets to fight the whole army. Play with what you do have. So this, and I'm not saying that in no other crazy term. Nobody go against the army, but the army is our own people. So just imagine that, or just imagine that they could grab people from another country and have them be as our army and then switch it up. You know what I'm saying? We don't got no control of it. We're in the back pending. We can't tell them people what to do. So even just like y'all see right now with the federal workers not getting paid but going to work, y'all don't think these tests is to see how trained we is? They're like, bro, we'll even do y'all federal workers like this to show y'all how much control we got. Watch this. Hey, y'all off. Y'all fired. But y'all ain't fired. Y'all ain't getting paid, but come to work. But we almost getting that right now. We're literally almost living like that. We're literally only getting paid $14 at a job, and you only get about 1 meal from McDonald's for working a whole hour. But if you worked at McDonald's, do you know how many of those meals you made in an hour? So you telling me if we was back in the days and I killed 15 deers, I only could eat a deer fucking leg. That's what you telling me. Man, that's crazy. So that it don't even fucking make sense. It don't even fucking make sense. So I sleep in one room, one bed by myself. I got a house with 17 extra bedrooms. How the fuck is that even legally sold? I'm talking about, dog, y'all, I'm telling y'all, none of this shit makes sense. 1,000 homes. No, how much it was? 2,000 homes in my local area. That's vacant, that nobody's staying in, right? 400 homeless people. You like, what the fuck? How's y'all still selling houses that ain't selling? People buying new houses and getting them built before y'all selling the old ones. Y'all selling the old ones for the same price as the new ones because y'all saying that the thing went up, but y'all bought the house for $50,000, but now y'all want to sell it for $300,000 because of the terms and how life went. But then they started ain't affecting y'all. Oh, then we turn around and go look. Okay, let's go look, y'all. Bump it. Let's go check out our. It can't be too bad when it comes to agriculture. It can't be too messed up when it comes to our animals. Then you look at that. They want to switch the cow's diet. You got them cutting everything to where the farmers have to pay so much back that the farmers now that was selling a whole cow for $400, $500, now I got to sell them bitches $700, $800. You get what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like, they are fucking up stuff, and it ain't even just about the cost of living. It's about the cost of power. They just showing y'all. They just like, okay, what we gonna do? And the real people notice that. People like, man, what we gonna keep throwing rocks at something for that don't move? That's like me talking to this wall. If this wall ain't for me, why am I keep talking to a wall? Wall can't help me. And that's what it looked like when it comes to us giving our power to these motherfuckers. It's like we talking to walls now. Like, it ain't gonna help you. Like, yeah, you probably felt better you expressed it, but it ain't getting nowhere. Like, realistically. So where is we going with this shit? So even when they talk about the NBA stealing the money and da-da-da, hell, I don't blame them if it was real. We know it's all fake. But if it was real, I don't blame them. Y'all don't even pay the people enough. Y'all don't pay nobody enough to make billions off people. Same thing with McDonald's. Y'all don't look at it like this, right? Let me tell you something. A place, Jiffy Lube, right, for example. Jiffy Lube probably make a couple money, but Jiffy Lube ain't making more than McDonald's. McDonald's workers working harder, and getting paid less. Do y'all get where I'm coming from? They got to do something more important. They got to make sure you get food. So fuck whether you have a car or not. Every day you going to need food, motherfucker. But they could play shit like this on because we ain't got people thinking like I just broke that down to make it super common sense. So what they got to do is shadow ban me, super shadow ban my ass in this case. Like, for real. Y'all see it. Like I said, 6 years, 5 people viewing. Like, come on, man. Like, that don't even make sense, bro. So, and then when you looking at it, I ain't got no dirt on me, no smut on me, but then I here for years. There's so many YouTubers got bad names to themselves, it don't even make fucking sense. You get what I'm saying? I've been with the same girl y'all seen me with since I started YouTube, my same family, every fucking thing. Like, I'm showing that I'm not no motherfucking person that don't have no trainer, my root charker. Like, y'all hear about me putting my penis in everybody or some shit like that. Excuse my French, but just saying. Like, damn. Like, I'm telling you. So you'll be like, damn, then why the fuck is he not out? That's why, bro. You could go try to make all the sense out of it you can. I know how to do tags. I know how to optimize videos. I know how to make sure everything lined up in the description. I know how to tag other content creators. I know how to do all that shit. Trust me. I know how to run subtitles, inbred, and to make sure everything go through like they tell you to do. Be consistent and do all that. Then why it don't work over here? We don't know, huh? Just coincidentally. Maybe I make too much fun the same way y'all be doing sarcasm and cutting off the bird fingers. The same way I'm shooting them right back at you. Shooting them birds right back at you like pop, pop, pop. Because you know why? This is the way they play things. They don't like you to do something, but they'll do it. Intention to pick on you. Nah, I don't need to be on nobody's guidance. Anybody that's willing to be under somebody's guidance, that let you know right now they need guidance. I don't need no guidance. That's what I'm telling you. I don't need no guidance, buddy. You won't be doing this for 6 years. We on YouTube, bro. So even if you said you was a pastor earlier inside of a church, these people is already coming to your church. And it's not being funny. This is for everybody. This don't just go to you. These people come to your church with the mind that already obey what pastor's saying. No matter what pastor doing in his real life. I want y'all to understand that shit. So therefore, I'm on YouTube where people have a free floating opinion about it. So if they want to say something, they can. And when they say something, they get ate the fuck up. So like now it's like, gotta be careful what I say to people. But then at the same time, you can't just stand up there and let somebody talk shit to you because they're under a spell, because they're lost. You know what I'm saying? You can't just let that shit go on, bro. And if you the further you let it go on with the type of stuff with YouTube, it end up creating a narrative because you didn't do nothing about it. So like it's a weird, tricky program, but you ain't got no choice but to play the game because it's a double-ended dagger. So if you don't play, you get stabbed. If you do play, you get stabbed. But if you don't play, it's like a little harder stab. You get what I'm saying? It might lead something because you're not basically voicing on it. So what people do now is create narratives. So even like that, that's a created narrative for you to be like, somebody need to be under my guidance. But as you said, the person that need to be on your guidance, you got shit in your life that's not right. That the person you probably asking to be on your guidance probably got more going on in your life than you. I got 6 kids that I raised, bro. You get what I'm saying? Some people can't do that. I've been raising one of them since I was 18. Some of y'all can't do that. So for someone like that, for them to been through that and had to, actually be there in my kid's life the whole time, you might not understand. You might come to me and feel like you could say something, but then I might look at you and see you won't even take care of your kids. How the fuck can you tell me what to do? You get what I'm saying? Like, you won't even practice what you preach. So how can you preach to me? How can you talk to me? That's why I only talk on what the shit I could tell y'all, show y'all based off of anything. Even when old boy tried to diss me, everything I said was facts. And we showed that. So that's just how it goes, man. So it don't never go no different than that. It don't never go no different than that. And that's just to show you how people be jealous. You always got someone that's jealous trying to bring you down. They could be in the same atmosphere. Why y'all think spiritual niggas don't get along like that? Like, it's always one of these niggas that I want to know more than him. No, bro. We all get what the fuck going on here. Let's start off there. Instead of us having this other competition that we're not quite ready for yet. When we get to those levels where we have these soul groups and we having these meetups and shit, that'll be a whole nother story. But otherwise, right now, we just fucking just making people confused that's watching us that don't know what's going on. You get what I'm saying? They're like, damn, if these two battling, I thought they both was knowing what they was talking about. But if they not getting along, then what the fuck is going on? And then it just make people more confusing, man. So that's just how it is, man. So what we're doing in the spiritual communities is beefing with each other. And then we don't accept the people that was here. Everybody, young Pharaoh, he's gone. Yeah. Look how y'all treated when y'all had the tools. Look how y'all treated the people that was giving y'all wisdom. Y'all was mad that they weren't giving y'all money. Which one more important? A motherfucker giving you wisdom or a motherfucker giving you money? You might feel like money because you based off a survival thing. But if you already got money, you could need these mental tools in life to get you out of a situation or help you not get into one. What's good, Levi? And that's just how it goes. So when we dealing with these people, that They don't get it. So like now we're fighting forces with each other, even to the point that other spiritual content creators bump heads because they're so what's the name? Like, oh nah, everybody against me. Everybody against me. So they just go to attacking everybody, go to slicing everything because then they got blind by the light of seeing, yeah, people is against me, but not everybody. The whole light not against you. A lot of light might be, but not every piece of light that exists. And that's the part that people don't understand. So when we have the insight to be able to focus on what's going on subconsciously, all of us, it started getting things actually done. Give you a prime example. There was a grocery store getting closed down in a country town. The country town people, and I will record it and all that for y'all. The country town people put in votes, raise their voice, say, you know what? If that grocery store don't come back, fuck it. We don't want none of them. We were not shopping at none of them. And all of them made an agreement right then and there. But get what they did? Oh, yeah, we're going to bring back the one y'all wanted. We're going to try our best to keep it in that way or that fashion or whatever. So that's how crazy it get. You know what I'm saying? So that just to show you how it goes, man. So either way, I ain't into all that. You know what I'm saying, bro? I like them or whatever, but I ain't into cars and shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't here to talk about cars. I can break down them cars, though. Y'all know me, I'm bad with cars, too. I'll break down the car so you can understand it just like your body system. When it comes to you need oxygen, right? You got an O2 sensor on your car, right? So telling you how much oxygen your car needs, aka your air-fuel ratio. If it's not working right, your motor going to have a put to it. Aka just like you, if you're not breathing right, your lungs going to have a put to it. You see, I just freestyled that real quick for you, but that's just to show y'all, even if somebody was to distract me, they'll have to work hard because I'll use that same thing and just make sense out of it. So when my Mercury being a Virgo, it's like I done unlocked that whole power. So the way they control me is based off of who get to hear this power, who get to see. You know what I'm saying? So they control the eyes, they control the light. They make the light down to a minimum. Because why? When you do this, it plays the manipulation on the people. It start making people wonder, why do this person not get messed with? Why isn't this person blowing? Why da-da-da? Because they create narratives around things of why a person not successful. Not that a person not successful because y'all shadow banning them and y'all just don't want them to blow because y'all understand that it'll change the world and what y'all stand for. Nah. It's completely opposite. So y'all got to understand that sometimes. When you're talking about the minds of a trickster, you got to understand how it's in reverse. So when you talk about retrogrades, they play this every day on people. They putting people right now back in time. But people don't realize it. It's the same time we're going through. It's just they don't put it in a different way, a new fashion. So instead of us having parts of rural religions or rural groups and shit like that, now you got religions that you could be in no matter what part of the world you could be in, you could be in it. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. It's still groups. It was still cults and still all this shit. So now you got cults. You got people that be so lost and they teach old lost people that the people only side with them without hearing other people's side. That's a cult, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you niggas ain't trying to have an open mind to what's going on. Now, I'm not saying have your mind too open to bullshit. Because at the same time, esoterically, you got to be careful what you spiritually eat. You get what I'm saying? So what you pay attention to is what your spirit seems to eat out there. So be careful what you pay attention to is where it comes from. So if you're paying attention to a whole bunch of killing, drama, da-da-da, you'll notice that like that seemed like it started popping up more in your life. Or it seemed like you're starting to go more down that route, even if it's just a thought of emotion of something happening to one of your people or whatever. So this is the reason why they make music. This is the reason why they make movies and stuff, to create a narrative to you subconsciously. So if you're not subconsciously strong, not consciously, because consciously you can see things, right? But what happened when you're knocked out? So not unconscious, but in the realm of consciousness. So when we talk about subconscious, the other conscious kicking in, which is really your first conscious, but we call it sub. You get what I'm saying? Because it's second in line, but it's really the first in front. But it's because when it's first to the world, he who's first to the world, she who's first when we talking about spiritually in this way. So this get deep. So we got to understand it, like the birth, the wound of all of us being born, coming from mother, coming from father, like all that type of stuff. It get deep. A lot of people just get lost into it because of how they put scriptures, how they put books. They done created so many narratives and stuff that we all should just be able to see the simple thing about it. How is life going on right now? Okay, a kid would not be right here, and now it's 15 of them. Now it's a whole group. Now later on down life, it's a whole another group. And then throughout the time, yeah, it was a little small house like this, made of wood. Now it's made of better wood. Now it's made of this. The evolution supposed to go on. And people felt to realize that evolution was very beautiful. That evolution was everything. What God was trying to show people in that case, and I'm not talking God, but just say the Great Spirit. Because I don't like getting caught up in their words either. When we talk about how Freemasons create words to have you lost in. So we talk about swords to have you fighting for their battles and stabbing all the wrong individuals by using your words that you don't even quite understand. But due to you was preached and wrapped under, and somebody was rubbing your head and shit like you was some pet cat or something from a fucking horror movie. And they're like, yeah, that's a Christian right there. They just rubbing the Christian head, rubbing the Hebrew Israelite head, rubbing the Muslim head, rubbing the Hindu head, Put a rubbing on their dot, rubbing the Buddha's monk bald head, they're rubbing the Buddha monk belly. This is what they doing. They juicing your ass up for some bullshit, man. And that's what we got to see the world as. The Zionists, too, they just rub around their head like this, a little bit for a cone figure, all that shit, bro. It's so many different things. And then that's funny. People be like, I'm going to pick this religion. This got to be right for me. No, none of it was meant to be right for you. The system wasn't meant to be right for you. So how we picking the wrong president got anything to do with anything? We shouldn't even be picking a president. How about that's all wrong? How about it's not what president we picked that made us wrong? How about it's the whole system that's wrong? How the fuck we not getting to that? So that lets you know, too, it ain't too many grown adult spirits. It's like, yo, what? If I got tricked out of a position 54 times, if I came up here and lied to y'all 54 fucking times, in one term, one day, one event, one century, however the fuck, y'all gonna still believe it? But yet we still believe in our country. We still believe in America. We don't look at it like it's some big-ass operation for these foreigners and all these other facilities to come here and meet up. This is the real United Nations, the second one, the new United Nations, the new Babylon, the new Egyptian, the new, all that shit that they was talking about throughout those, they was telling you that. So they say, hey, no matter which book you read, you're going to read that book and see that your real life got some reason, got something to do with this shit. And you're like, hold on, so the book real? No, motherfuckers coming from the motherfucker that was telling you, this is what we're going to do to the world, and this is how y'all going to be us, and if y'all don't, this is what's going to happen. So it ain't no other way to see it. Otherwise, you just you know what I'm saying? You in love with lies. You in love with bullshit because it feels better. You know how they say the truth hurts? You know what I'm saying? They tell you the whole world fake. You voting on your president ain't got nothing to do with your actual life, livelihood. Because they even told you the votes was fake. So not only do you see that it don't matter which side you pick, it's all wrong. You can't even try to actually pick a side. Because it either be wrong. They'll play with the votes. So why is we still gambling with a game, a slot machine that got 0.1% of winning? Y'all know how a slot machine supposed to be a little easier because you don't get paid out that much? We don't get paid out that much. And we study over here. Oh, we almost had a good president. No, bro, it's not none. That ain't the whole system. If he was a good president, he wouldn't even be a motherfucking president. That's the whole point. They put motherfuckers up there that got light in this, that people would like, so you could believe in them, so then they could feed you bullshit, and then feed bullshit over here to make size. This is what keeps this chaos. Chaos bring order. So while all the kids arguing, now I got to be a dope come out there and be like, hey, kids, stop. This is the reason why I say it's a lot of kids spirits running the world. And the government and themselves is kids. So now the kids got to go out there, hey, somebody got to be an adult and be like, stop. Everybody get this shit together. No, this is the reason why we have so many wars, thousand-year arguments, whether it's politics, entertainment, business, religion, any of that shit. You get what I'm saying? This is how it goes. Business too. So this is how it is. What's good, Pretty? So this is how it goes. So when we living in this world, bro, we got to understand. When you subconsciously line, you're not trying to connect with the whole world. You try to connect with your soul tribe. Outside of that, you shouldn't give a fuck about anything else. Because at the end of the day, when everybody start finding their groups, finding their actual soul tribe, finding where the fuck they supposed to be at, first of all, they need to be finding themselves. How the fuck you gonna find a group and say you fit in it and you don't even know yourself? You get what I'm saying? That's like a rabbit saying, "Oh, I'm finna go hang out with wolves. I'm a rabbit." No, nigga, you a rabbit. You actually the opposite. We actually might bite you and eat you. You get what I'm saying? So you're around here, you actually looking like a piece of meat jumping around, not looking like you part of us. So it's a big difference, man. So a lot of people don't understand that's even with the black sheep energy that comes to your family. You might not be part of that family. You might be born bloodlinely, but spiritually you're not connected to that family. You was how you say, you know how an alien come from out of town or out of space? You're a visitor. You get what I'm saying? You're a visitor of another family. So a lot of people don't get that. So when we talk about subconsciousness, we go through families. We go through things where we're leveling up. So you might have a family where last lifetime you don't understand the reason why you were so close to them is because you was friends with them in a previous lifetime. So like that's what I'm saying. When you subconsciously align, that shit make a lot of things make more sense. So you even able to understand, okay, now I see why I felt that way about that person without knowing them. Whether you liked them or hated them. Because you start understanding subconsciously you probably had something going on with that person. Especially when being in the same city and the same state. That's the reason why y'all see most rappers die by who? The same people of their same city and their same state. Because it all goes together. It all is talking about how this shit just keep recycling itself. But people don't look at it like that. Yes, new spirits coming in, but it's still recycling. So the world of the earth is growing itself. So that's the reason why we keep having undiscovered lands as well as too. So undiscovered animals too. Things going to keep evolving. There's no way you stopping the evolution. But what man is trying to do is control evolution. That's why you have creations like NASA, where they taking animals and shit, talking about animal monkeys escape the lab. Motherfucker, why is it even monkeys in the lab? Why is these monkeys even sick and y'all keeping them alive? If y'all know this can happen and spread something else. That's why I be saying, bro. They should be whipping up fucking curses in a fucking big ass pot. And they should be whipping that bitch up and just whoever get touched by it falling into the damn curse. That's what it be looking like, real talk. So when we talk about witches and warlocks and shit, they weak with it. They had to throw that out there and trip you into it and make you believe in it. But if you was a strong spirit, you're like, man, you don't get that shit out of here. How the hell I'm believe that? I just seen y'all do this. How y'all say, oh, this is very dangerous for people. Monkeys escape the lab that got diseases. Why y'all got monkeys in a lab that got diseases? Oh, damn, why is y'all testing monkeys in a lab and giving them diseases? So y'all is giving the monkeys diseases. Oh, shit, so y'all giving us the diseases. Oh, here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go fucking again. Like I just told y'all with the vid, how it started from animal only trick to humans. How it started from animal, go only to humans. And then they switched that up. Said it started from a Chinaman. So how it started well over here and hit like this. But on the rest of the world, now it's just calmed down. And nobody talking about it. You don't need a mask now. None of that shit, though. That was a big foolery. Then you had the TikTok one. Don't forget about this. Everybody, the rebel, God coming back September the 23rd. Like, y'all still gonna believe these lying-ass religions? Y'all still gonna believe these lying-ass entertainment, these entertainers telling y'all they really lived that life that they didn't? Y'all gonna keep believing these lying-ass, crooked-ass politicians? Y'all gonna keep on believing in these school systems that lied and failed you? Told you that this plant and this fruit was nutrient and wasn't? We're gonna keep lying to them to say business is business and they could do whatever they want. So the whole business business, oh shit, all 5 pillars. Oh God, here we go again. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, what the hell? So when you subconsciously tap in, it kind of just piss you off. Because you see what they doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. Nah, I ain't seen no, what's the name documentary. Sometimes I be tapping into them. But we already be knowing what's going on. Before we even get into these documentaries or these mysterious, somebody died or something mysterious happened. Why is it even mysterious? You get what I'm saying? Like, it get deep. It's like, how did this even be hidden? Like, and a lot of times they play the game on us of we forgetting who was around. So they'll do that with me. How I'm right now here, 3 years go by, you don't hear from me no more. People might not even question my death. People have been forgot about me. Because they bring so many different characters to fall in love with, man, that people books start looking less important, like real shit. So it'd be like, damn, you're going to have to do a documentary on all 45 of these people just to find out there's something fishy going on. And it was like, yo, something been fishy with our whole fucking life. Like, what the hell? So, nah, man, that shit be crazy, dog. But, yeah, either way, going into stuff like that, I'll check it out. It ain't do nothing too much for me when I got the free time for it. But, yeah, it's just like, yo, we study these people for us to run game on. Yo, I might sound normal. I might sound like your average hood Joe that walk around. No, bro. I can break down astrology, sacred geometry, the 7 hermetic principles by Napoleon Hill. I can break down Genghis Khan's The Art of War. I can break down all that shit without getting lost in it. I can break down what is called the Vatican, what's the name? I can break down the Book of Enoch. I can break down every goddamn book that done came out, all that shit without getting lost. I can break down the Kabbalah, the Tree of Life. So when I'm seeing stuff like this, these is actual accomplishments of showing you that they stole this shit and they just try to remix it and whip it up around somebody. Now, I'm not saying that nobody can't do this. What I'm saying is that's the reason why you need to be subconsciously tapped in, so you can start seeing the things that's drawing out, so you can understand the actual geometry of these shapes. So in school, they just taught you a shape was a shape. They didn't teach you that a triangle actually meant something with you. They didn't tell you that a square actually meant something with you. You get what I'm saying? You didn't understand how the conjoining of energies, elements, all of this shit, how it mixed together. Ether, energy, however you want to fucking look at it. People ain't look at all this stuff. Where I'm from, they don't talk about this shit. This shit ain't talked about, period. So it's only talked about from a Christianity perspective. So when you start realizing shit like that, it starts making you kind of like push away from a lot of things like that you might not even want to, because it just be like, yo, okay, some more bullshit. But where is it getting us? You know what I'm saying? Like when I see stuff like that, it's like, okay, what's the next step? You know? So that's why when I even come to my channel, I try to put it in our mind of what to do, further thyself, and try to how to be happy with what you were able to produce, further your mind and all that, how deep your mind is. You know what I'm saying? How important that is, because you don't understand being in a Adamic spaceship. your spirit could get damaged from being in the mentalities, from having to get your alien, aka getting inside of these spaceships, the UFOs, or anything, a bus, a car, however you want to look at it, some type of transportation. You know what I'm saying? You're doing mentally, and this is how you get around. So you be like, oh, I want to learn this part of the world. You don't have to actually go to it by learning it. You know what I'm saying? You can learn about it through book or through word or through experience of someone else or however. So it's like the philosopher shit, all that. So it's like all the energy being used. We don't get to use that whole 12th house constellation. People think that you don't have 12 houses because you don't have planets in those houses. No, those houses is how you pay attention to those things. You get what I'm saying? So you might pay attention to it that way. So you might pay attention through your passions and your love of value through your Venus. You know what I'm saying? So that might be the way you see it, but that don't mean that you do not have this house. So it's an empty house. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, to build this house or this church or whatever you're talking about, you got to understand how to have your minds all in the right places. Because if you don't have the right mind, certain things can't come to you. And the things that you wanted yourself that you might not be able to handle or you might not be able to work through because your mind was too weak or something for it. So you always build a spaceship, aka as an alien, a spirit. You always build a strong mentality where you won't be tricked out the streets or go the wrong direction just because somebody threw something in front of you. So which is what the world's showing us is where they don't have those spaceships, where they're not building mentalities that they can float by themselves. So it looked like everybody got the ideology of the colonizer or the people that came here and took over our land and called themselves heroes and that we look up to and sing to and all this shit to now. You get what I'm saying? Which is slightly, they play heroes because look at the evolution of the world, but it's going to get there regardless. So it didn't even matter. They just made us do it. Like, what the fuck? So at the end of the day, it's a lot of tongue twists and ties to that, but only the real know exactly what I meant by that. So it get crazy though, man. But anyways, before that, man, I'm going to probably just end it up here. I ain't going to keep people up all night and shit like that. I was going to be up here a whole 2 hours probably cooking their ass. Y'all already know it. But, you know what I'm saying? I be thinking about it. Sometimes it just get to a point where when you're trying to give people the understanding and when you look, you know what I'm saying, you see like 5, 6 people, of course it get to you. They know shit like that get to people, right? So when you're trying to do something, you're trying to be consistent, you're trying to do all this stuff, it's always like them pulling you back. By us being spiritual YouTubers nowadays, and we don't have that support like that, we don't come to the internet for support. We're not looking for that shit. If you're a spiritual so-called YouTuber, subconscious community, whatever, you should know better to come to the internet to try to get any validation. If anything, we're up here telling you that we don't need the validation because we see the shit that people even validating outside of our own thoughts and shit. It's bullshit. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why in the hell we gonna be like that? You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it goes. So when it comes out, what's good, Soprano? So it just let us know how things go. What you make beats, homie, that's good. But yeah, it's like all our talents. Like you got people that could dance, even that, right? You got people that could dance. You got people that can make music. You got people that know how to put these things together as in the fashion or to make it pop to the eye. So we have all these different skills of uniqueness of where we could have been able to bring it together to make a better world based off us having competition still, but amongst of who already making the best. Like, okay, them people, they're good. We know Lake City for making macaroni. We know them for Hawthorne making chicken, right? But now they both making chicken. Let's see who got the best chicken. Let's see who got the best macaroni. Let's see who got the best building. Let's see who could build the best, you know what I'm saying? Let's see who could make the most stabilized cars. Like, why the fuck are we still buying cars and they still ain't fixed them? Why is they still making new model cars and they still got ginks, the same fucking ginks or completely different? So instead of them rebuilding what they already had, they go completely with a whole nother system that they don't understand and then bring it to you. So you don't know nothing. You just driving a car and next thing you know, you get a recall. And then all this here, all this, that wrong with it. It's like, yo, what the fuck? We love going and traveling somewhere else without fixing the shit we already fucked up right here. So that lets you know how they was colonizing. The fucking up shit, didn't try to fix it, go to the next country when everything got worse. That shit got too bad, they went to the next country. That shit got too bad, they went to the next country. That's the ideology of the fucking colonizer, to be honest. Like, there's no way to unsee that shit. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's like crazy, man. But either way, like I said, man, we got to be just more on our health, more focused on what we got going on. Can't let the world or the people kind of control you. You just got to know how not to get tricked. You know what I'm saying? You just got to know how to survive out here in this junk. It ain't all about, you just having money and stuff like that. You got to actually have a mindset because we done seen plenty of people got money and crash out. Rappers, celebrities, even government people and stuff like that. Where that ain't the case, where their mind was. You know what I'm saying? How did a person let somebody control their mind? And then some people get their mind controlled for the money. Like, what? So you was willing to get the money just to have your whole life controlled? Huh? So you're not free willing to do nothing. God gave your ass free will, but you can't even do it because you done sold yourself to these companies. You can't talk about this. You can't be at this place. You can't buy from this place. You can't shop from this. Come on, man. They just run game on people. And by people being in a situation where they put people in a needy situation and then they come back and play the hero. So they'll come back, they'll put 1,000 motherfuckers in the hood and come to the hood and find a rapper and be like, yeah, we bringing people up. Motherfucker, you the one put the 1,000 people in the damn hood. Well, this that's that damn hurricane over here, boy. And that's nothing, all the damn weather. So y'all can just control weather too. They don't give a damn. Think about it. They control every fucking thing. Weather, internet, people, bugs, fucking dirt, fucking stone, fucking everything, bro. Everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we start controlling, we got to start realizing, gain our power back, gain it back. Because if we wasn't no good batteries or good controllers, they wouldn't be able to play with us. It would be a broke analog stick just running everywhere they try to send us a direction. They wouldn't want to play that game no more. They fix the controller, a.k.a. get them niggas back right. Put them in jail, do some illegal shit to make them participate, all that shit. You get what I'm saying? So then you got some people called handlers. So you're like, okay, this motherfucker that's handling the game system. Okay, now the motherfucker looking like a whole game system. And the reason why I'm explaining that is because that's how it really works in real life. You're like being in a system. And the game that you're playing is a game of life. So you're jumping into a system that you're playing with your life. And you're literally playing with your life as you grow throughout life. But this is the game that they put you in. So you got to play whether you want to do this, whether you want to do that, whether you want to do that. So it's always you at the edge of the wall type shit. So they purposely create things to give a narrative of PTSD. They don't look at it as a person that's just on point or paying attention to what's going on. They'll try to protect the thing of you scary or you being traumatized and this and that there. No. Y'all want to paint that picture because y'all want motherfuckers to trust y'all, which are white people ways. And I quoted that because it's everybody that's white, not the same kind. But we talking about with that fucking colonizer mind. You get what I'm saying? They want everybody to think they're cool now, shake hands with them and stab them right back in the back. As soon as you shake hands, you're like, all right, man. Oh, God damn it. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Like, soon as. It ain't been one time in history where they did something without stabbing the other group in the back. I'll wait on it. I'll wait, even their own groups. I'll wait. So that's why we naturally got trust issues with certain shit. And that's okay. That should be like that. Don't try to tell somebody, oh, what they spirit giving off and say, like they looking at you like a backup cam. You know how you got your backup cam, the closer you get to an object, that motherfucker go to pinging off. Motherfucker looking like that when it comes to these people with their leaks mind and being the colonizer mind, right? You look at the motherfucker like, hold on, let me back away from this motherfucker. Let me not deal with this motherfucker. I see where this going at. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that they scared of you. They're cautious of you. They don't want to be around you. They don't trust you. So yeah, no matter how much goes on, it's never going to be the whole world trust the president. It's never going to be the world trust the politics. It's never going to be the part of the world trust business, education, religion, none of that shit. Because you know why? They done tricked us in all of it multiple times. They never gave us the truth about it. To the point that y'all got to question, is these systems allowed the whole fucking time? Yes. Yes, they is. They're systems to create an operation and a flow of how something operates. So just like right now, you'll sit there and call a flushing system or what I was finna say what the thing called, that dudes that like got a whole system to it. Some people back in the days called it, damn, I can't think of that much. But either way, that device. So that's like a whole system of washing, flushing, and maintaining and bringing new water in. That's the same thing you see with these people here. That give somebody an emotion, get them washed up in the current, like some fucking washing machine cycle, and then just blow their ass up out of there, and next thing you know, they gone. They done drowned in their own emotions, done been spent to death, because they sitting in this one position, just bottled up in their emotions, not trying to swim for air, aka get up out of those emotions, get some new thoughts. So they're stuck in that old cycle. You get what I'm saying? So now you spiritually, you see that person. Like, damn, boy, you acting like it's 1964. You better stop doing that. That shit don't work no more. However, life don't go like that no more. Let's keep it pushing. That's leaving like right now. I'm a parent. This generation is not the same. I'm going to tell you that. This generation is not the same as any other generation before. So if you sat there and you thought you were going to raise these kids the same way you was raised, your grandma and all them, no, buddy. That generation got big, especially if you in my age group. I'm 34, right? So in the 90s, late 80s, and you thinking the 2012 and 2020 babies, not the same, dog. It's not the same because they're not supposed to be. And then y'all don't understand some of them even being so rebellious that don't want to work. That come from another thing. But the way they put it out, it make them look lazy because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to put it out. They're like, I don't mind working, but I'm not going to keep working and getting done like this. So you might see some of them busting their ass, but the point is they don't want to keep busting their ass for nothing in return. Like, you don't want to bust your ass every day, and then the only thing you get is nothing. Like, you get what I'm saying? So they just tried that with the federal workers, and that's what I was telling y'all. They really just tried that with them federal workers, man. They really just tested them people. They really seen how loyal y'all were gonna be to the government, cause we paying y'all. We run y'all everything. So y'all better find a way to get here and make sure you do your job. Still, as y'all seeing us make mass layoffs, they're trying you. They're saying you still gonna be loyal to these companies after we showing y'all, we dropping y'all like hotcakes, and some of y'all still wanna be loyal. They're like, ooh, we got some super sheep. These are sheep with a brain control thing on their head. And that's how they look at it, y'all. I don't see how people don't think that's how these people look at it. They're like, oh, shit. We could put mind control on all these people and use them like rats? Oh, damn. Okay, let me put my little controller on this motherfucker and poop. Hell yeah. All they wanted was some money, and I get to put their whole controller on their head. Pop. Let me use the motherfucker. Yeah, motherfucker, we the first PlayStations and first PlayStation 4s and stuff. Esoterically, that been happened. Spiritually, that been happened. That's why they named everything a system. That's why they went and running things and making quotes like, "Game, life is a game. Life is a gamble." Then got a game where you're gambling. Gamble is like when you're hoping to get something. You might lose everything hoping to get something. So now you grow up, life is a gamble. And you literally can go to school, do everything you're supposed to do, and still not get what you're supposed to get. Life is a gamble, all right. And you wasn't in on the good hand. You didn't know it was a nigga sliding cards every time he brought the drinks over there. Esoterically now, every time he brought the drinks over there, he was handing the motherfucking cards for blackjack and shit. You ain't know that. Because you know why? This game that we're playing have a lot of kinks and loops in it. That's straight up cheating. It's like playing a game when other motherfuckers got cheat codes and you trying to beat GTA by yourself. That our life is actual GTA. So when we're trying to play right by the law and respect everything and go and try to do everything morally what they told us to, we just an NPC, a GTA character. The ones that they having a little trouble from, not listening, don't believing in what they're telling them, those are the real Native American spirit people. It was why they created laws around these people. Some of these people need laws created around them because they're reckless. Not saying all of them, y'all. Gotta quote that. Gotta stop that. But a lot of them into with a common sense thing. You ever seen a motherfucker that's locked up, but they always had common sense? And it's not like they locked up because they did something reckless. It made perfect sense of why they locked up. That type of shit. You get what I'm saying? It's like we got a lot of that going on. To where we got to get so smart. You're like, no matter if I got to stand for this, I can't put myself in a situation where I'm locked up. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So we learn how to play outside of those cages that they try to build. It's always been a prison system. Council days. Oh, he didn't listen to the king. They grabbed his ass, put his ass in a goddamn cage, and throw stones at him. You know what I'm saying? All that. Chop his arms off, hands off. We don't all seen the shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't all seen it. I don't understand how y'all don't see it's the same thing. It's just cleaner to the eye. You know what I mean? It's cleaner to the eye. Entertainment. Lights, camera, action. You get what I'm saying? Y'all don't even understand. It's a 3-step process. Lights, camera, action. The star system of you being born. Father, mother, birth. Spirit, birth. Mental, life. Physical, death. Like, y'all don't see that shit? Even how the months go. Cardinal, fixed, mutable. Cardinal, fixed, mutable. Then they always do a cycle of 4 and keep up with the cycle. So now guess what's called? The wheel of life, or the wheel, your life, your understanding of it. So we got to understand how to take back these wheels, put our hands on the wheel, grab our wheel ourselves, not letting people just keep controlling our shit, telling other entities to take the wheel. Jesus take the wheel to some white man that got this long ass beard that been touching on kids, and he like, like, come on, man, y'all gotta, come on, bro. I don't even know how to explain it no better, man. I'm telling y'all, I be cooking these motherfuckers. So they have to do what they have to do, bro. But at the same time, when it comes down to spiritual communication and all this, y'all, I'm just going to say this. It scares us to see how weak the people is. That's the only fear we got. They be like, damn, our people really is weak. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell y'all something. If something was to happen to me, no matter all the shit I just talked about, it wouldn't even matter no more. So as a spiritual YouTuber, we already don't get paid. And we already coming up here to risk our life by trying to tell motherfuckers shit. You get what I'm saying? So when we don't see the support back, or we don't see that, we already understand that. from the beginning. We wasn't doing this for nobody but ourselves. What we told God we would do further as we spreading the message. If that's the case, you get what I'm saying? Because we had these gifts, and if you don't lose it, if you don't use it, you will lose it. That's just like muscle and all. Even when it comes to the physical, even when it comes to your mental, if you know how to do math, equations, all that shit. If you don't use it, you will lose it. So no matter what goes on with that type of stuff, you have to keep using the things. And sometimes you go through things where you have an actual testimony. And this is testimony. So amongst me, or however, coming across to tell you how God, aka the power or the miracle, could still happen. Although this is a world that's very calculated, uncalculated things still happen. Like people died from getting shot in the head, but it could be somebody get shot 16 times in the head and didn't die. Like that type of stuff. You get what I'm saying, y'all? I'm just showing y'all how to make sense of every fucking thing. Because ain't nothing really complex like that. If it's complex, it's a lot of over-exaggerating and a lot of squishy rule with words. So don't let it get to you and try to confuse you. Because this is how they been running game. They make up their own wordplay, bring a language and say, we're going to speak this language, and then go off a whole nother code of context. You know what I'm saying? That's like them telling you the word hey means hello. And then to them, they mean hey means get rid of me by 3 p.m. And I'm the one that you got to get rid of. So they'll use shit like that. And you'll be saying, hey, the whole day. And don't know that hey was for you to say, I'm the one y'all supposed to be knocking off. Shit like that. Like where they try to use words to get people caught up. There was actually swords at one point where your words cost you your life. Like I was just explaining with the council days. Like y'all don't get it. It still costs you your life. Your words. So with me, could still cost me my life. That's what I'm trying to explain. So at the same time, still don't give a fuck. Still don't give a damn. So that's how I go, but at the same time, we can't go but so hard, and we can't blame everything on the system when people still playing the damn game. Like, who you gonna get mad at? So we don't have no beef with the actual system. I'm gonna say that clear. I don't have no beef with the actual government system. If somebody's playing a game and you keep jumping in the game to keep playing it and thinking it, that's on you at that point. We can't save everybody. Some things was meant for that. Everybody wasn't meant to be some type of guy that's working a calculator or building cars. Some people only good at picking grass. Some people is limited to what they could do, bro. That's what I'm saying. And what I mean by that is that's all they're trying to do or all they feel like doing. So, hey, let it be. Can't worry about everybody. Can't save the world, bro. That's period. Everybody not going to agree on the same thing, and you can't save the world. Period. Everybody in the world ain't going to say you right. It's going to be always somebody that got something to say opposite. And that's cool. We have to have the understanding before we get our ass up here. So for 5-6 years, I got it. Trust me. I understand it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But we can't speak from a term like how other people speak. So we got to break it down and shit. Because there's so much of language that have been tarnished. So somebody might come up here, right? And they might say something like, semen retention. And you might think it's something good because this is what you seen in the algorithm or some shit. But you ain't know it was something bad. It was an actual depopulation that jumped to push through some motherfuckers without them knowing what they was doing. It's always the motherfucker that don't know what they're doing. It's the blind leading the blind. So it's the motherfucker like, I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, y'all, come on. Come on, y'all. Hey, where y'all at? Y'all just follow me. I don't know where y'all at, but just follow me. He like, what the fuck? AKA the blind leading the blind. The motherfucker didn't even know himself. This is what he was talking about. But now he talking about it worldwide to other motherfuckers that got an influence, and they let it go worldwide because they looked and like, oh, this motherfucker dumb. He got an influence and enlightenment, and he's doing it. Oh, we're going to use that for everything against him. So we got things like that. So you get around me, I'm not this type of person that's always just talking about spirituality and all this shit though. No, but I know how to vibe and I know how to read a room and I understand, emotional intelligence. So further outside of this, I don't care who was to come learn it or try to find it themselves. That ain't our goal here. Our goal is to put out the message for the ones that need it, for the ones that supposed to, have this message for them. So like I tell some people, man, you come across my channel, 9 times out of 10, you're lucky if you can find it. Because one thing about it is a lot of lost people. And everybody get up here and they'll talk about higher conscious, higher self, all of this shit here, and they have you lost. They have you lost. They got lost into words, y'all. They understand ourselves being broken into threes. They understand ourselves being split into sevens. They don't understand the numerology behind these things. So they don't get how the 2 and the 1 make a 3. They don't get it. Of how you, a 1, a dad, or a mom, a 2, make a 3, aka a child, or how things get created to that mouth. So mathematics and syndromes people don't understand and get lost in. So we have a lot of that getting pushed out here. So I get it. Where they say numerology and they'll 3, 3, 3, 3. They're numerology and they'll 1, 1, 1. I get it. And then people go fully off of that and not understand the procedure of how we got to do these things. So it just start getting lost and lost. So that's another thing I'll be saying, man. That jump funny, man. So shout out. Oh yeah, man. Somebody just sent me a message. That's funny as hell. Talking about some Drewski picking on the black Israelites. Hold on, y'all, real quick. Let's go watch that together. Hold on. Let me pause this. Let me turn this camera off. I'm gonna be right back with y'all. I want to go look at it real quick with y'all. With Drewski picking on the Black Israelites. This is crazy. Let's see what's going on here, y'all. And that's the thing. People supposed to be making fun of these people religions and all this here. All this shit fake. All that staged anyway. So what's the point of giving real life... Hold on. What's the point of giving real life opportunities to something that's fake as hell? You get what I'm saying? Like, come on, y'all. It's beyond false. So this shit be funny as hell. Shout out to Juice. I know he ain't a spiritual YouTuber and all that shit there, but it should be funny. Look. And this reason, it goes along with the video, y'all. This is so crazy because I was just talking about how they tarnish the names of spiritual people. Remember I was just saying that? Now, look, it even had to say these spiritual dudes. Them dudes ain't spiritual. Them niggas religious as hell. But look, bro up here clowning the hell out of them. That's just how it goes, y'all. This shit be crazy. Let me turn this up. Look, reverse racism at all-time finest.
That is a white holiday. White holiday.
And look, you be yelling, sounding ignorant as hell. Look how people look so uncomfortable. Drewski, you killed that, my boy. And that's another thing. You see how Drewski got a like in this? Just for instance, how bro be doing all these acts and junk. That shit lit, right? They don't like to see that. They don't like to see that people could use their talent like that, bro. Because when Drewski tried to bring out a movie, they didn't let the movie go out. Did y'all know that? So a lot of these people, they'll get up here and they say Drewski sold his soul and all this dumb shit because he made it somewhere an actual position, right? So we got that even being a trick where some people be actually picked in certain ways because they do certain things. So not mean they pick for one thing, but they might do something that make them pick, right? But they'll use stuff like that and flip it and make every narrative fake. No, like he just said, look at this right here. The spiritual dudes on the streets be aggressive. Those spiritual dudes on the streets be aggressive. Now, you know what they're aggressive?
You can come join us. That's right.
They doing all of that, but can't direct you nowhere. Look how they be.
That's right.
We are not equal.
Not live for this. That's right.
Look.
Poison.
They do all that and we tell them, hey, yo, so what we supposed to do about the food? They wouldn't know what to do. They wouldn't even know nobody that run a goddamn forum. So this is shit I be talking about. Over-aggressive ass religions that lead us right back into questioning. They're even questioning the damn faith about God. So like, who the hell be having these people around and they just be ready to press people? Like I'm talking about they press people. If y'all don't think that's game banging on another level, don't talk to me. If y'all don't think that's game banging and thinking that these people is literally using this shit to like press people from not being part of their cult or part of their religion, if that don't sound like being a gang, oh, you're not from the Bloods, oh, you're not from the Crib, oh, you're not Paru, oh, you're not GD, oh, you what the hell? So it's the same thing. It just got a different tag to it because it's called religion. Just because they stepping in the name of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Then they'll tell you, oh, just when we say stuff like that, oh, God support our troops in war. You're going to kill other people. So y'all, we got to stop serving these two masters in one goddamn sentence. It's that bad, man. But anyways, y'all, I just wanted to, end that with a little humor, end it with stuff like that, because we got to be able to laugh at these people. Because they be the same people, y'all. They just be creative. They try to come in little new skins and new little faces and shit. And you can tell it be them too. They still be the same retarded motherfucker they were 300 years ago, 400, 500 years ago. You just got to be subconsciously aligned to understand what's going on, man. And don't lose your mind.